Right, so we've already covered what a project is, why they are executed, what a project manager does, and the skills they have. Plus a little history lesson just for fun. Now, it's an appropriate time to go through some terminology. 5 terms, in fact. We have mentioned most of these already, but a little more detail never hurt anyone, unless we're talking about tattoos. And given that, as of next lesson, we're diving straight into the life cycle of a project, it'd be best to reacquaint ourselves with some of these. Okay, one term we haven't mentioned yet is the Project Management Office, PMO. This is the name of the department responsible for managing, coordinating, and consulting project-related work. In the PMO, you will find project and program managers, project coordinators, analysts, and more, all working to ensure the projects of the organization are properly managed. The types of PMO will vary in size and structure from company to company. Some don't even have a PMO. It's usually the organizations that are more dynamic and changing which require a PMO to govern project work. Companies that work predominantly with projects are structured in a way they can easily form teams to execute projects, while industrial companies rarely need to maintain a significant PMO unit. For example, consulting companies are organized almost entirely as a PMO. They need to be able to easily form project teams that are working for different clients. On the other hand, an industrial company producing steel, for example, will have well-standardized operations and would not need to maintain a PMO unit. The role and importance of a PMO unit can also be diverse. A PMO will have a strategic role if they are responsible for project selection and project portfolio management. Or it can have a more execution-focused role when given the responsibility to lead the project management. The role is to assist, where the PMO employees help by reporting on project progress and keeping the project work within established standards. Now these other terms we've mentioned, but to recap and expand. Every project has a project team. The project team are the experts responsible for the execution of the work, for example, developers on a software project, or designated managers, coordinators in case of bigger projects, for example, construction workers and the responsible supervisor. In other words, everyone who is directly working on the project. These can be from different departments and can also include external employees or companies and vendors, for example, consultants, coaching professionals, hardware and equipment vendors, etc. Actually, joint teams are created often, connecting employees from more than one company. This is one way to ensure the project team has broader expertise and the capabilities to deliver a more complex project. In an insurance software project, for example, the IT experts would likely be put in a joint team with some insurance professionals from the client organization to work together and ensure the end result is met, both from IT and from the insurance perspective. Great. Next are project stakeholders. All individuals or organizations who participate in a project can influence or are influenced by the project work and results. These can be management, customers, competitors, vendors, clients, and in some cases, society for things like public infrastructure projects, for example. If a new underground line is being constructed next to your apartment, you will be a stakeholder. You are influenced by the work, and in case there are big delays, you and your neighbors could attract media attention to the problem. In this way, you could also influence the project work. It's important to remember that stakeholders could influence the project work, even without being involved in the project itself. And yes, the project manager and project team are definitely stakeholders too. Program management is the coordinated management of multiple projects which have similarities, similar goal, similar resources, etc. By managing them as a program, the organization gains advantages by realizing efficiencies and synergies. For example, if your company wants to implement a similar software in European branches and each country needs a separate project, it would be efficient to manage it in a program. The project managers can be helping each other. And finally, project portfolio management. This is the term that refers to the coordinated management of multiple programs and projects. Think of a pharmaceutical company. In any minute, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of separate research projects for new drugs. Such corporations need strong portfolio management to follow this huge work and resources. Awesome. Thanks for watching so far. We are about to get to the really good stuff really soon. We'll be discussing the life cycle of a project next. See you there.